Windbreaker Season 2, Episode 9. Shall we dance? Let's just say things got off to a fast and furious start, and as always, Windbreaker continues to its central theme of the power of belief. Let's talk about it. All right, guys, Brent here back for Geek Variants. Cover all things Marvel, DC, Lord of the Rings, anime, gaming, Star Wars, and more. As always, more Windbreaker coming right down the pike. And I gotta say, this episode thoroughly enjoyable from so many different perspectives. This episode touched a lot upon the power of core belief, as well as staying true to the convictions in which you feel within your heart. And as always, when you have these convictions, being able to back them up are just as important as having the belief in of itself. Because in this episode, we see that Shizuka and Tsubaki take center stage. Sure, we have a lot, and I mean a lot of dialogue from our villain pertaining to this one, Suzugure. However, not really nearly as important as everything else is that's going on here. In this episode, we kind of learn a significant amount of what was going on with why Shizuka is really such a pivotal character. She grew up in the same exact district as Gravel, aka the district that went broke and was deserted, and only those who were able to fight were able to kind of push themselves forward and kind of make a name for themselves, make a living for themselves, try and get something out of life. And she got lucky, and Kanji stumbled upon her in the snow in this beautiful setting, put his jacket around her, and just kind of started talking to her, trying to, provide some kind of a better semblance of life for her. And then she just kind of was like uneloquently said, "Hey, I kind of like singing. I don't really think I'm all that good, as most people who are actually really good at singing think, unlike me, who's just terrible." However, she was like, I don't think I'm that good. And it's not really a big deal. Don't worry about it. Ganji, of course, then prompts her to sing, like, hey, just sing something for me. And then she happens to be just this outstanding starlet in the making. She has got a fantastic voice that deserves to be on the limelight of the stage. And then, of course, Kanji's able to talk his commander into it. The rest is history. We see where everything kind of went. Tsubaki eventually gets involved, and then Roppo Uchiza completely backs up Shizuka, sorry, and everyone kind of gets everything back into the position where she's finally happy for once in her life. She went from having absolutely nothing to having friends, family, and someone that she truly loves in Kanji. And sure, the dude is just an absolute bull and a menace when he absolutely gets lost, as he almost knocked Sakura out in the middle of all the kerfuffle that was going on in today's episode. He just gets lost in the moment, and he's a passionate individual, and he won't let anybody or anything talk poorly to the people he cares about, which is exactly what a good leader does. And that's exactly what Suzure is having such a hard time figuring out. He's like, all I want is food and something to drink. I have nothing. I'm going to take it from everyone. I don't understand why people are so caught up in trying to live outside of their world, aka he's just a negative individual. He hasn't had anyone show him the light. He hasn't had anyone give him any level of guidance. He hasn't had anyone show him any level of love or compassion. Therefore, he believes that fists are the only way of making ends meet, and that honestly, you just need to accept your lot in life, which honestly is the worst kind of advice you can give anybody. If you have a dream, follow it. Don't let others talk you out of it just because they don't understand exactly what your conviction is. You just need to be true to what it is, and usually it will work out for you. Unless, it's like me becoming a professional baseball athlete. I wasn't talented enough. That's something that's entirely different. If you have a dream, follow it passionately. Let things go where they will organically will. And with our heroes in this episode, we had to talk our main protagonist, our singer, back into believing because she was willing to give herself up to this heinous underground group in Gravel so that she could save her friends, which, while noble, is also exceptionally foolish. Everyone has given up so much already, aka like three-quarters of Robo Chiza were completely out by the time she had made this decision. We only had our strong, basically A or S tier fighters still on the board. So you're not really saving too many people. I understand exactly the nobility of your action, but as far as like the logistics of it, kind of misplaced, as well as dishonoring the fact that Tsubaki was there protecting you and keeping everyone safe. Then you go ahead and try and run directly past Nire, which, hey, I have to give Nire props. He at least attempted to stop her because he understood the situation. If you're going to be useful, at least be a thinker. I can't wait to see him finally come online where he's got fists to back up all of these beliefs. I think that'll make things far more exciting for him as a character because for me right now, he is one ply. But at this moment in time, Sakura is the one who steps up and is like, look, you need to honor their beliefs. By everything that is going on, you're dishonoring them. Where do you truly want to be? And where she wants to be is with Tsubaki. She wants to be with Kanji. She wants to be with the Roppo Chiza. She wants to be on stage. She wants to be happy, which every single individual in this entire world wants the exact same thing, to be happy. There's nothing super crazy. There's nothing super complicated about it. Every individual wants to be happy. It's just the basic thing in life that everyone is searching and yearning for. And Suzure hasn't found that for himself. And he was trying to take away Shizuka's light because that's just how he is. He got a job, the job pays money, money buys food. That is the only thing he truly cares about. Money is the end all, be all for this individual. So going ahead and making sure that he was set up for that is the only thing that mattered. And we finally got to see Tsubaki in action because we've now been hearing about Tsubaki being one of the four kings for all season. However, we haven't seen Tsubaki go out there and just throw hands. And Tsubaki has got hands, has got feet, has got elbows, and has got an insane amount of strength. I dare you to knock Tsubaki for wearing makeup or high heels now, because right now, in these high heels, in this makeup, giving the absolute most right now to Suzure. And I guarantee you, he would not be mocking everything going on involving Tsubaki if he understood just what kind of situation he's truly in. I'm so curious why he keeps digging his fingernails directly into his skin to make himself bleed. It feels like in an area where you don't have enough money to like heal yourself or get things cleaned up, you wouldn't be opening wounds for any unintentional reason. I don't know if it's like a nervous habit he has or it's just something to help him get a little bit more animated and get, psyched up for this kind of a fight, but doesn't really seem to be the most consistent thing to have happen. Next week we get Tsubaki and Suzure going ham, and I am so here for it. The show has continued to deliver and is one of my standouts as far as a great season 2, just behind what Solo Leveling did with its season 2. And as always, a standout for me will be you for hitting that lovely subscribe button. You listen to me talk for nearly 8 minutes. The least you can do is hit the free subscribe button, hit the like button, or leave a comment in the description below pertaining to this video. I'm Brent for Geek Variants. I'll see you in the next episode.